Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. There is a very interesting tweet by Narok Senator Olekina. A tweet I want us to have a look at here, for it's going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion right now. Senator Olekina, it's time. Let the revolution begin. A true radical change. Thus, Olekina, some hours ago. In this video, I want us to answer only one question. Can Kenya successfully have a revolution? That's the question I want us to answer in this video. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. To answer that question accurately, we must first of all have a look at the countries that have had successful revolutions in the recent years and the causes. Let's start with Tunisia. Yes. In Tunisia, it's believed that the self-immolation of the food vendor, Mohamed Bouazizi, not only ignited the revolution, but also helped in inflaming the already building rebellion against the government. Even before that immolation, already Tunisians were not happy with the government, and they were accusing the government of some of these ills. There was food inflation, there was corruption in government, the government was curtailing freedom of speech, there was nepotism, among other ills the government was condoning. So the immolation just inflamed, or rather acted as a catalyst to the rebellion. And also if you look at the then president of Tunisia, Ben Ali had overstayed in power. He took power in 1987. He was removed 24 years later, thus in 2011. So this leader also overstayed in power, and there was no clear framework of democratically or legally removing him from power. The people had to rebel. If you look at Egypt, Hosni Mubarak had stayed in power again for about 24 years, and there was no avenue, no democratic or legal avenue of removing him from power. In 2005, for example, Egypt had a presidential election. An election, Hosni Mubarak won with almost 90% of the vote. That surely cannot be an election. So you are also seeing that this man overstayed in power, and the people felt they could not remove him from power through any other means but just a revolution. Same to Gaddafi of Libya. He had overstayed in power for about 42 years. There was no way he could be removed from power. He couldn't be removed through an election or through any legal means or avenue. The people had to rebel. So you are seeing clearly that a leader overstaying in power alone can lead to a revolution, because now all avenues are not there of removing him from that power. In Kenya, it's not even a question of a leader staying in power. The question in Kenya is, can Kenyans have the leaders, their preferred leaders? Can Kenyans elect their preferred leaders, and can IBC declare that leader as the winner of the election? Because in 2007, it's believed that Odinga won the election. He was not declared the winner. Same to 2013, same to 2017, same to 2022. So already, a good majority of Kenyans feels that they cannot have a leader they want through a democratic process, through an election. It's somehow similar to a leader overstaying in power. So that can easily lead to a revolution. When the people feel that they cannot have leaders they want, when they feel they cannot elect their preferred leaders. Because it's believed again that in all these elections have always been stolen. IEBC is believed to be corrupt and compromised. That can lead to a revolution. If you look at Egypt, or rather not Egypt, if you look at also another factor, in Tunisia again, people were complaining of food inflation. They were accusing the government that the government was not able to contain the rising food prices. The same thing is happening in Kenya. Food prices are skyrocketing. The government is coming out as unable to contain that. In fact, the interesting bit about it is that the economic activity of Kenyans are being reduced. And I'm saying that because already Kazi Mtani was stopped, and that has rendered Kenyans jobless. Food prices are increasing, economic activities of Kenyans are reducing. At the same time, the government is saying that it intends on increasing taxes. Food prices going up, Kenyans losing jobs, government increasing taxes. That can easily lead to a revolution. And also, as it was in Tunisia, Tunisians thought and felt there was corruption in government. Look at William Ruto's government. In fact, some leaders who have been appointed in William Ruto's government, some cases against them had to be dropped for them to serve in government. And the droppage of those cases is believed that the government corruptly influenced those cases to be dropped. So even the integrity of leaders serving in William Ruto's government, their integrities are questioned. And that is creating a perception that this is a kleptocracy, a government by thieves and for the thieves. That can easily lead to a revolution. And again, just as it was in Tunisia, Tunisians felt that there was a lot of nepotism, favoritism in Tunisia. Just some few days ago, Rigathi Gachagua made it very clear that only those who voted for them will get fast services. Or rather, will get government services and appointments before even they think about those who never voted for them. So only those who voted for them will be the first to receive government services and government appointments. I consider that as tribalism. Yes, that is a thing that can lead to a revolution, just as it did in Tunisia. So, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that if you look at the way William Ruto's government has started, they have clearly started on a wrong footing. And if they continue the way they have started, then it's clear as time goes by, so many Kenyans will lose faith and trust in this government. And it can reach a point where now Kenyans are saying, enough is enough. And they themselves will just rebel against the government, even without any politician inciting them. Life will become very difficult for them. Hunger knows no bounds. Life will become very difficult for them, and Kenyans themselves will turn against the government. That can easily lead to a revolution. So actually what Olekina is saying, Olekina is making sense in that for a successful revolution to be realized, there should be no involvement of the politician, or rather, that revolution should start from the people themselves. The politician can just join maybe later, but for it to be effective, it should and must start from the people themselves for it to succeed. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to support our channel as always, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.